I found my best self in the in-between of seasons, the quiet ones where nothing seems to happen for a reason. But underneath the surface, something growing and becoming. The roots don't make a sound, but they're the whole reason for the coming. I sit with my coffee in the window in the gray, and the quiet season does its work in its particular way. Don't rush the quiet, don't fill the space, there's work. And some seasons look like stillness, but they're actually rehearsing. Quiet season, this is where I grow. Quiet season, the kind that no one knows. I'm doing something under all this calm and open sky. Quiet season, this is how I thrive. Quiet season, patient as the tree. Quiet season, doing what it needs, in the silence and the solitude of everything becoming. Quiet season, something good is coming. I've watched the world reward the visible and loud, the ones who do their growing in the middle of a crowd. But I have learned my seasons, I have learned when to retreat, when the quiet room and solitude are all I need complete. The desk and the lamplight and the books along the wall are a season of their own, and I have answered every call. The quiet season will have done its work long before the world can see what grew. I'm not missing anything out there, I'm building something true. Quiet season, this is where I grow. Quiet season, the kind that no one knows. I'm doing something under all this calm and open sky. Quiet season, this is how I thrive. Quiet season, patient as the tree. Quiet season, doing what it needs, in the silence and the solitude of everything becoming. Quiet season, something good is coming. Let the rain do what the rain does, let the season do its turning. I'll be here inside the quiet, doing my own kind of learning. Quiet season, something coming. I can feel it from here. Quiet season, and I've never felt more ready. Quiet season, building something steady. Everything beneath this calm was working all along. Quiet season, this is where I'm strong. Quiet season, patient as the roots below. Quiet season, waiting for the grow. In the silence and the solitude, I finally found my ground. Quiet season, I am coming round. Quiet season, something coming. be there. I've been paper thin for longer than I care to let you know. Stretched across a frame of habit and a smile for show. Some days the whole performance takes everything I've got to hold the shape of someone who has not yet come undone. The coffee in the morning and the window in the dark are the only quiet conversations left inside my heart. I'm not asking for a rescue, just a hand to hold for now. Paper thin but not yet broken, still learning to allow. Paper thin, but I am still here standing. Paper thin, the light still finds me landing. I've been barely holding on to what I am. Paper thin, and somehow I still can. Paper thin, the wind goes right through me. Paper thin, but I have learned to be something that doesn't need to be solid to be true. Paper thin, I'm still in love with you. You found me in the in-between, the thin part of the year when everything feels translucent and the edges aren't clear. You didn't try to thicken me or make me something more. You loved the paper version of me right there at the door. And in your hands a paper heart became a kind of art. The lightness of it lifted what I'd carried from the start. You see the fragile parts and call them beautiful. Paper thin is something you can hold, not in spite of all the translucence, but because of all the light it lets unfold. Paper thin, but I am still here standing. Paper thin, the light still finds me landing. I've been barely holding on to what I am. Paper thin, and somehow I still can. Paper thin, the wind goes right through me, but I have learned to be something that doesn't need to be solid to be true. Paper thin, I'm still in love with you. Maybe thin is not the same as empty. Maybe like it's through the places that are worn. Maybe all the years of barely holding was how the best of me was finally born. Paper thin, but I am here. Paper thin, and I am yours. Paper thin, but I never stopped standing. Paper thin, the love kept on landing. I've been barely holding, and it's been enough. Paper thin, that's the real kind of tough. Paper thin, the wind still moves through me. Paper thin, and I am finally free. Something doesn't have to be solid to be true. Paper thin, I'm still in love with you. Paper thin, still standing. Paper thin, still in love. Paper thin, paper thin. Paper thin. I've been drawn to you the way a current finds the lowest ground. Not because I'm falling, because something in you called me down. Most people move like rivers that are shallow, and in haste they skim the surface, never knowing what is underneath the face. But you move with the intention of someone who has learned that everything worth having comes to those who let it turn. River deep, I've been searching for your kind, someone rooted in themselves, not afraid of what they'll find. River deep, that's what you are to me. River deep, unmovable and free. You don't run fast and you don't run thin. River deep, where do I begin to say what it means to know someone is real? River deep, I wanna feel everything that lives beneath the surface of your eyes. River deep, no more shallow lies. You told me once you'd rather be alone than be misread. The patience was a practice and you wore it like a thread. I watched you listen to the whole of what a person tried to say, not formulating your reply, but actually in the space therein. That kind of presence is a currency I've rarely seen exchanged between two people honest with the gravity of being named. So let me come where the water's clear and cold, where everything you've kept is finally been told. River deep, that's what you are to me. River deep, unmovable and free. You don't run fast and you don't run thin. River deep, where do I begin to say what it means to know someone is real? River deep, I want to feel everything that been navigating by the stars of other people's lives for long enough, following the constellations of their choices through the rough. And every time I landed somewhere close to where they said to go, I felt a little further from the thing I actually know. There's a compass in the chest that doesn't care what others say, and mine has been trying to correct me every single day. True north, I finally feel it pulling. True north, through all the other calling of what I thought I was and what I was supposed to be. True north, this is what I'm made for. True north, the thing I've been afraid for all my life while navigating someone else's sky. True north, I finally know why. True north, the compass doesn't lie. True north, just follow and arrive at the version of yourself that was always waiting at the end. True north, this is where I begin. I've been afraid that my direction wouldn't match the ones I love, that choosing my own north would mean I'd have to leave them up above. But the truer thing I found is that the people made to stay don't require that you abandon what you are to make them stay. And those who need me less than what I'm meant to be aren't mine. True north, that's you to commit than everything but lies. So I'm turning the dial to what I know, letting the compass finally show the north that was always mine. True north, this is what I'm made for. True north, the thing I've been afraid for all my life while navigating someone else's sky. True north, I finally know why. True north, the compass doesn't lie. True north, just follow and arrive at the version of yourself that was always waiting at the end. True north, this is where I begin. Every detour made me better at arriving. Every wrong turn was a lesson in the thriving of a person who eventually comes home to the north that always was their own. True north, I'm coming home to myself. True north, now I know completely. True north, and I arrived so sweetly at the life that was designed for what I am inside. True north, I no longer hide. True north, the compass brought me to it. True north, I always knew it. The version of myself that was waiting for this day. True north, I found my way. True north, found my way. True north, finally, 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 finally. Rain that hasn't decided whether to stop. Pinot underneath it, like a thought arriving late. There's a kind of rain that starts and doesn't finish in the night. It goes to half and holds there in the gray, uncertain light. I've been in that kind of weather since you said what you said. Something that was almost over but not finally shed. Unfinished rain, the kind that doesn't clean, just rearranges what was already between. I'm not ready for the clear, not ready ready for the drive. There's still something in the in-between that I'm not done saying goodbye. Unfinished race, still falling in the middle of my chest. Unfinished race, I haven't passed this test of letting go completely of the life we almost built. Unfinished race, beautiful and spilt. Unfinished race, I'm standing in it still. Unfinished race, and maybe always will carry something of the storm that never found its end. Unfinished race, my unfinished friend. I packed your things in boxes and I thought that would be it, but I found a note you'd written in the bottom of the kit. 3 lines about a Tuesday that I long since let go by, and the unfinished rain came back behind my eyes. I'm not saying it's not over, I'm just saying it's not clear, but there are storms that stay inside you and you learn to live between. So let the rain keep falling for a while. I learned to walk through it, I learned to walk and still smile, but not tonight. Unfinished race, still falling in the middle of my chest. Unfinished race, I haven't passed this test of letting go completely of the life we almost built. Unfinished race, the beautiful and spilt. Unfinished race, I'm standing in it still. Unfinished race, and maybe always will carry something of a storm that never found its end. Unfinished race, my unfinished friend. Some storms don't finish, they just change what they are washing from the ground. And baby, that's what this has been all along. Not an ending, but a sound. Unfinished rain, still here. Unfinished, and that's okay. Unfinished rain, and I accept it now. Unfinished rain, I don't know how to finish what was never really meant to end that way. Unfinished rain, that is okay. Unfinished rain, still something beautiful. Unfinished rain, still beautiful to the truth and not all things resolve or close the door. Unfinished rain, nothing more. Unfinished rain, nothing more. Unfinished rain, unfinished, 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 still falling, still. The last sound is rain alone, then real silence. The storm outlasts everything. Room gets warmer. Something about to begin. That was already inevitable. I've been in rooms that cost a fortune and felt nothing in the air. But standing in your doorway, there's a pull I can't compare. You move through a conversation like a song in the right key, and everything about your presence is reserved exclusively, not for show, for the ones who know to slow down and arrive. The velvet rope is on the inside of your eyes. I'm not trying to impress you with the surface of the thing. I want the invitation that your silence seems to bring. Tell me how to earn the room that's behind the velvet rope. Velvet rope, I want what's on the other side. Velvet rope, the real you, not the outside. The one who takes the armor off when everyone is gone. Velvet rope, I want that all along. Let me pass the threshold. Velvet rope, let me into something old, something that you kept for someone worthy. Velvet rope, tonight the worthy one is bold. You don't perform for everybody, that I noticed from the start. You give the public something, but you guard the better part. The way you hold your laughter just a second before it arrives, like you're giving it permission, like it's earned inside your pride. I wanna be the reason that the laughter doesn't wait, the one who has the access code to open up the gate. I'm not asking you for everything tonight, just the one step past the velvet, one step into the light. Velvet rope, I want what's on the other side. Velvet rope, the real you, not the outside. The one who takes the armor off when everyone is gone. Velvet rope, I want that all along. Let me pass the threshold. Velvet rope, let me into something old, something that you've kept for someone worthy. Velvet rope, tonight the worthy one is bold. Everything exclusive has a cost, and I'm prepared to pay with honesty, with time, with full attention, with the kind of man I've worked to be. Velvet rope, let me in. I promise I deserve the room. Someone worthy. Velvet rope, tonight I'm finally home. Velvet rope, let me in. The real you, finally home. Velvet rope, velvet rope. The city is mostly dark, a few lights still on. You are one of them. After hours is when I finally hear you, not the virgin for the day, the one who takes the pressure off and lets the shoulders lay, who talks about the things they've been rehearsing in their head since sometime early Tuesday when the thought first hit. Instead, I live for the after hours, for the lower guarding grace, for the honest, unrehearsed expression on your face. We could talk until the morning traces dark for blue, and I would still be finding something new that the after hours brought me of you. After hours, the real you finally shows. After hours, when the city cools and slows down, the you that doesn't have to be anything for anyone. After hours, the unrehearsed one. After hours, when your guard comes down with the light. After hours, and the room is small and right. Tell me everything you put beneath the day. After hours, I'm here to stay. You make the kind of coffee that it missed the night is long, and bring it without asking like the gesture is a song. The way you move around the kitchen at this hour is a world. The after hours version of yourself is where the golden furls. I've seen you in the daylight with your armor and your art, but after hours is where I fell in love with all the rest of your heart. So let the after hours stretch into the dawn. I'm not ready for the morning to take on whatever it is that we found here in the dark. After hours, for real, you finally show. After hours, when the city cools and slow, I want the you that doesn't have to be anything for anyone. After hours, the unrehearsed one. After hours, when your guard comes down with the light. After hours, when the room is small and right. Tell me everything you kept beneath the day. After hours, I'm here to stay. The world will ask you back in a few hours, back into the performance and the pace. But right now in the after hours, there is nothing but this room in your face. After hours, stay. After hours, just stay a little more. I know you're not completely the real thing, not the neatly packaged version of the you that the day requires. After hours, this is where desire needs honesty, needs comfort, needs the truth. After hours, this is me and you. Everything that daylight keeps beneath the surface found. After hours, the best of us unwound. After hours, stay just a little longer. A blue light, a single candle, the whole room held in one small flame. I keep a blue candle for the nights that go too long, when the ordinary light would feel too much, too strong. There's a quality of blue that holds you differently at night. Not the absence of the sun, but a more honest kind of light. I've made decisions by this candlelight I've never made anew, and found the truest version of myself inside. It's blue. Blue candle, soft enough to think by. Blue candle, just enough to feel, not enough to blind the tender thing that only shows at night for real. Blue candle, burn for me tonight. Blue candle, just this gentle light. I don't need to see the whole of everything right now. Hold the room in blue. Blue candle. who need daylight for the truth to feel like truth. But I have always found my clearest thinking in the blue. The questions that I carry into bed and lay beside, sometimes resolved by morning light, and sometimes in the tide of blue that pulls around a candle in a dark and quiet room, where honesty has room to breathe in the candlelight of blue. So burn a little longer before you give to the dawn. I've got a few more things to lay down gently before the daylight calls me on. Blue candle, burn for me tonight. Blue candle, just this gentle light. I don't need to see the whole of everything right now. Oh, blue candle, just enough to know somehow. Blue candle, hold the room in blue. Blue candle, I have work to do. In the tender, undemanding light of what you are. Blue candle, you are not too far. Some lights are for the living of the day, and some are for the laying down at night. The blue candle is neither one nor the other. It's the both of them, the honest and the right. Blue candle, burn on. I'll be sleeping soon. Blue candle, burn just a little longer. Blue candle, the dark made me no stronger than the version of myself that needed one small light. Blue candle, thank you for tonight. Hold the room in something. Blue candle, the quiet is becoming everything I needed in the tender dark to find. Blue candle, now I leave you. Good night. Blue candle, good night. Gently. Blue candle. Sleep now. Sleep now. Yeah, yeah. The sky changing color, the city deciding it's yours tonight. The sky went copper just before the last of the light dissolved, and I was driving with the windows down and nothing left to solve. There's a version of myself that only shows up in the gold, when the pressure of the day gets lifted and the city lets you hold your own hand for a minute. Road is just the road, and the music is so right, you feel it rearrange your soul. Copper sky, you had me at the color. Copper sky, I don't need anything other than this moment and this motion and this light. of the city, safe somewhere inside my chest. The version where the traffic is a melody at rest, where every red light is a breath and every green light is a yes, and every soul inside a window is a world I can't assess, but feel the warmth from the distance like a candle in a frame. Out here in the copper hour, everything looks all the same. Copper sky, the color of arriving. Copper sky, the hour I've been finding all my life without a name for it. Copper sky, light me up like evening. Copper sky, the city's finally breathing. Everything the day was heavy with just lifts. Copper sky, this is the shift. Copper sky, I'm burning like a lantern. Copper sky, the world's my own particular story, told in amber and emotion and in sound. Copper sky, I am finally found. You can't manufacture copper, it's a gift from the day to the people still awake enough to see it and to stay. And I'm staying every evening at the window or the wheel, because the copper sky is the most honest thing I feel. Copper sky, copper sky, you make it worth the whole day. Copper sky, copper sky. Whoa, copper sky, light me up completely. Copper sky, I feel the city sweetly. Everything the year was weighing down just lifts. Copper sky, this is the shift. Copper sky, I'm burning like a lantern. Copper sky, this road is singular, the story told in amber and emotion and alive. Copper sky, I finally arrived. Copper sky, I finally arrived. Finally found copper sky. Copper sky. The guitar says go, the 808 says no particular reason needed.
I don't have a destination, I got a half a tank of time, and a particular sensation of a road that feels like mine. Somewhere between the city and the edge of the suburb, there's a stretch of road at night that has no audience to disturb. Just the bass and the lane lines and the version of myself that only comes to visit when I leave the other one on the shelf. Free drive, no agenda, no arriving. Free drive, just the motion and the driving of a person who remembered what they were. Free drive, going nowhere in particular. Free drive, and it's spectacular. The city's in the mirror and the road is long and clear. Free drive, there's nothing I should fear. Free drive, this is the medicine. Free drive, everything that's been sitting on my chest since some time I can't name. Free drive, I'm not the same. I'm not the same. I call in the favor that I owe myself tonight, the one I keep postponing because everything's not right. But waiting for the perfect time to feel free never works. The freedom is the
in silence, then another, let it breathe. I've been carrying myself like something fragile in a storm. Careful where I step and careful who I let get close or warm. But there's a kind of living that the careful never reach, the kind that lives inside the space beyond what armor can protect. I have a heart that shows its cracks before I get the chance to hide, and I've been ashamed of that until tonight. Maybe glass is not a flaw, maybe glass as people see. What I've been keeping in the dark is actually what makes me. Glass heart, I'm done pretending it's a problem. Glass heart, the light gets in the soul, there's love. I've spent so long protecting what was never broken. Glass heart, I'm choosing to be enough. Glass heart, you see right through me if you want to. Glass heart, transparent, honest, and alive. Some things are stronger for the cracks inside them. Glass heart, I finally feel like I've arrived. I've watched people walk away because I showed them something real, and I thought the lesson was to keep the good parts under seal. But every time I closed the door, I closed a little light, and ended up in rooms so safe they swallowed me at night. I'd rather be too much for someone than too little for myself. I'd rather break out in the open than dissolve upon the shelf. So I'm laying down the armor now, setting down the careful and the close. If you can see my flaws and still be standing, that's the version of the story that I want the most. Glass heart, I'm done pretending it's a problem. Glass heart, the light gets in and so does love. I've spent so long protecting what was never broken. Glass heart, I'm choosing to be enough. Glass heart, you see right through me if you want to. Glass heart, transparent, honest, and alive. Some things are stronger for the cracks inside them. Glass heart, I finally feel like I've arrived. I used to think that being seen was dangerous, that showing every fracture was a risk. But you looked right through the glass and didn't run, and that was the most healing thing. Just this. Glass heart, glass heart, you made it feel like home. Glass heart, and I'm no longer ashamed. Glass heart, they see me and I'm claimed. The light got in, so did everything worth keeping. Glass heart, I finally know my name. Glass heart, transparent, honest, real and open. Glass heart, alive inside my skin. Some things are made more beautiful by breaking. Glass heart, let the light come in. Glass heart, glass heart, glass heart, let the light come in. Light, light, right, right. Glass heart, ooh. something lighter today, like hands opening after a long time of holding. I've been carrying the old weight like it was mine to carry still. The grief from 3 years back, the what ifs and the what I never will. I packed them in a bag and called the bag my personality. Didn't notice I was choosing this. Thought it was just reality, but this morning something shifted like a window, opening wide, and I stood there in the breeze and thought, what if I just let this ride? Hands free, how does it feel? Hands free, when the caring isn't real, when everything you thought you owed the past is something that can finally be released. Hands free, I'm putting it all down now. Hands free, I found my own way around now. Everything I've been clutching like it was the life of me. Hands free, I am finally free. Hands free, arms open wide the morning. Hands free, no longer always mourning. What was lost is what was meant to go. I see it now. Hands free, I finally know how. They told me that the strong ones are the ones who hold the most, but I've been holding mine until the grip became a ghost. A haunting more than a memory, a weight more than a truth. And I've been standing at this crossroads since I graduated youth. But somewhere in the quiet season, something told me to release, and the hands that finally opened were the start of my own peace. So I'm putting down the names I carried, putting down the blame I married. Hands free, the lightest I have been in years. Hands free, the end of all those tears. Hands free, I'm putting it all down now. Hands free, I found my own way around now. Everything I've been clutching like it was the life of me. Hands free, I am finally free. Hands free, arms open wide the morning. Hands free, no longer always mourning. What was lost is what was meant to go. I see it now. Hands free, I finally know how. Let it go, not because it didn't matter. Let it go, because you matter more. The hands that held the old life couldn't hold the new one, so put it down and open up the door. Hands free, hands free, hands free, hands free. This is what freedom feels like. Hands free, I put it all down completely, and I can feel it so sweetly. The lightness of the life is finally mine to live. Hands free, I have so much to give. Hands free, arms wide open daily. Hands free, the weight was never really mine to carry. I was only borrowing the load. Hands free, walking a lighter road. Hands free, hands free, hands free. Put it down. Hands free, finally free. Free, hands free. Hands free. The lamp turned down, the room becoming something warmer than itself.
turn it up, keep the room the way it is right now. The shadows make it beautiful in ways the bright light won't allow. I've been watching how the low light finds the edges of your face and turns each ordinary thing into a kind of sacred space. We don't need the clarity that daylight tends to bring. Not tonight, just us and what the low light's offering. Low light, where the real things happen. Low light, where the guards are flattened, where you show me what you don't show in the open. Low light, I want you here exactly. Low light, where nothing is compacted into what the daytime needs to see you be. Low light, that's the you for me. Low light, warm and close and honest. Low light, this is what you promised, and you said that you had something real to share. Low light, and I'm standing there. You told me once that you feel different in the low-lit rooms, that something in you opens when the pressure of the day consumes itself and leaves just warmth and proximity and breath, and the luxury of being with someone who chooses closeness. Yeah, I wanna be the someone who you choose the low light with, the one who earns the honest version past the myth. So keep the lamp the way it is tonight. The low light knows exactly what it's doing, and so do I. Here exactly. Low light, where nothing is compacted into what the daytime needs to see you be. Low light, that's the you for me. Low light, warm and close and honest. Low light, this is what you promised when you said that you had something real to share. Low light, and I'm standing there. There are conversations that the brightness interrupts, that live inside the low light and come up when everything is amber and the night is old and ours. Low light makes us honest in the hours. Low light, stay low, don't turn it up, don't. Feeling the amber and the closeness and the truth you let me see. Oh, that's everything I need. Warm and always honest. Everything you promised lies right here inside the room we made together. This is the forever. Low light, don't turn it off. Stay here, stay close. I've been paper thin for longer than I care to let you know. Stretched across a frame of habit and a smile for show. Some days the whole performance takes everything I've got to hold the shape of someone who has not yet come undone.
coffee in the morning and the window in the dark are the only quiet conversations left inside my heart. I'm not asking for a rescue, just a hand to hold for now. Paper thin but not yet broken, still learning to allow. Paper thin, but I am still here standing. Paper thin, the light still finds me landing. I've been barely holding on to what I am. Paper thin, and somehow I still can. Paper thin, the wind goes right through me. Paper thin, but I have learned to be something that doesn't need to be solid to be true. Paper thin, I'm still in love with you. You found me in the in-between, the thin part of the year, when everything feels translucent and the edges aren't clear. You didn't try to thicken me or make me something more. You love the paper version of me, right there at the door. And in your hands a paper heart became a kind of art. The lightness of it lifted what I'd carried from the start. You see the fragile parts and call them beautiful. The paper thin is something you can hold, not in spite of all the translucence, but because of all the light it lets unfold. Paper thin, but I am still here standing. Paper thin, the light still finds me landing. I've been barely holding on to what I am. Paper thin, and somehow I still can. Paper thin, the wind goes right through me. Paper thin, but I have learned to be something that doesn't need to be solid to be true. Paper thin, I'm still in love with you. Maybe thin is not the same as empty. Maybe light gets through the places that aren't. Maybe all the years of barely holding was how the best of me was finally born. Paper thin, but I am here. Paper thin, and I am yours. Paper thin, but I never stopped standing. Paper thin, the love kept on landing. I've been barely holding and it's been enough. Paper thin, that's the real kind of tough. Paper thin, the wind still moves through me. Paper thin, and I am finally free. Something doesn't have to be solid to be true. Paper thin, I'm still in love with you. Paper thin, still standing. Still in love. Paper thin, paper thin. something vast and unhurried. The sound of something important moving beneath the surface of ordinary days.
The deep currents don't announce themselves to ships above. They just move everything that matters in the dark and in the love of their own direction. Patient, cold, and absolute, reshaping every coastline at the root. I've been a deep current all my life without the recognition, moving things from underneath in my quiet kind of mission. Deep current, you don't see me on the surface. Deep current, but I've shaped your every purpose. The things that move the world don't always make a sound. Deep current, this is how I work. Deep current, underneath the surface, in the murk of everything unglamorous and real. Deep current, this is what I feel. Deep current, slow and true and steady. Deep current, always have been ready to do the quiet work that shapes the world without applause. Deep current, this is who I am and always was. I watch the surface water get the attention and the shine, the storms, the waves, the visible, and that was never mine. I've always been the current that the scientists discover late, after all the surface narratives have run their course in freight. There's a dignity and depth that surface glamour cannot buy, and I have made my peace with being the deep current of the sky. So let the surface have its moment in the sun. The deep current does the work when that is done and done and done and done and done. Deep current, this is how I work. Deep current, underneath the surface, in the murk of everything unglamorous and real. Deep current, this is what I feel. Deep current, slow and true and steady. Deep current, always have been ready to do the quiet work that shapes the world without applause. Deep current, this is who I am and always was. Everything important travels deep, not in the noise, not in the noise, but in the sleep of attention that the shallow world assigns. I'm in the deep and I am fine. Deep current, always moving, shaping everything. That's the whole of me. Deep current, the whole of me. Deep current, deep, 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 the whole of me. Deep current, the whole of me. Deep current, oh. The whole of me, deep.
Everything that came before, arriving at a single golden point. The thread becomes becoming visible. Through every version of myself, the broken and the bold, the one who almost didn't make it and the one who finally told the truth about what I had been avoiding all along. Through all of it I felt a thread, a single golden song. I didn't always know its name or where it led to next, but every time I followed it, it led me to my best. Golden thread, you've been there through the breaking. Golden thread, through the making and the taking of everything I thought I was before I was complete. Golden thread, I can see it now completely. Golden thread, running through me so sweetly, through the love and through the loss and through the long uncertain road. Golden thread, you carried every load. Golden thread, through every single version. Golden thread, the best and the uncertain. There has always been one thing that never broke in two. Golden thread, that golden thread was you. I can see it in the people that I've loved and lost and kept, in every conversation and in every night I wept. The thread was always running through the center of the scene, connecting who I was to who I hadn't yet become to be. It's the part of me